Hi guys, as you can tell from the clock, it's Thursday, July 21st, 2016, about 9:30 at night. The reason why I'm doing this video is a couple days ago, I wrote a letter saying why I'm going to miss Perry. And I plan to try to send this to him so that he can read it, but I also want to read it out loud because it kind of shares a little bit about my story and how I came to New Spring. So I'm going to read this letter, and I hope you guys like it. So this is why I will miss Perry Noble. You should go to New Spring Church. They played Highway to Hell once on stage. That's the very first thing that was ever said to me about New Spring. Maybe not exact quote, but close enough to get me interested. It was said by a friend who lived next to the people I lived with when I lived in Iva. Because I did not have access to a computer at the time, the only way I would be able to hear or see a sermon was on my PlayStation 3. The internet was not good enough to download a service, but I was able to download the MP3 and listen to it while playing games. I do not remember the first sermon I heard. I think it was the Adam and Eve series. Not sure which one exactly. I could look it up and remember, but not the point of the story. The point of the story is, I liked how Perry preached it. He had humor into it, something I never heard a preacher do before. At least not the way Perry did it. It was soon after I got a computer I started watching a few sermons live, but someone told me it was not the same as attending in person, so I got on New Spring's Facebook page, made a post about my situation. It was soon not being able to drive or have a car and living way too far to walk from Ivan to New Spring. Asked if anybody would be willing to come and get me each Sunday so I could attend. Long story short, somebody did. The first time I met Perry, I think it was when I got his Unleashed book signed. Then another, then another. And then another. By the fifth book, he knew my name, or just kept reading it off my name tag. And then I decided every birthday and Christmas, every birthday and Christmas, I sent him a card or a birthday present, or both, usually making a video showing what I got. But the best part of getting to know Perry and learning about him was he was human. Yes, a regular two-legged creature with a heart and a brain who did what every other human being on earth does at one point or 12 in their lives, screw up. Yes, he loved Jesus, he loved his family, but he was also human. He was not afraid to show this on stage, talking about his past. It's what a lot of people liked about Perry, and why some didn't. It's why a lot of people will miss him, which brings me to the point of this video. In December 2015, I wrote a letter to Perry thanking him for all he did, building a church and changing lives and so on. I didn't think of it at the time of being important other than I knew he was going to appreciate what I wrote. I would find out how much when I got his Overwhelmed book signed. Standing in line with 3 copies, might have been 4, to get signed, 1 for me and 3 for other people, I didn't know what to say to him. A little nervous because he is such a godly man and knew so much about the Bible and I didn't know anything, compared to him at least. I was not wanting to stand there quietly while I signed my books. So instead I found myself embraced of a hug by a guy, thanking me for the letter I wrote way back in December. Keep in mind this is in March, so 4 months have passed since he had gotten that letter. With all the people he had interacted with all the people that are so far more important than me, here I am getting a hug from him because of a letter I wrote to him 4 months previous. This is a Perry Noble I will remember. This is a Perry Noble I want to remember. And no matter what people say, regardless if they attend New Spring and know Perry or don't attend New Spring and only heard stories about him, I know him. Because of that one hug, let me know who he truly was. Thank you for all you have done for me, Perry. Signed, Jason Blatt.